Hello everybody, welcome back to SnowRunner, my hard mode playthrough. Picking up where I left off, I'm going to take the Tatterin in and rescue the Don 71 truck that we pulled out with the Yar. Now needs to be taken back to town. And the Tatterin is the truck for that, because the Tatterin is going to be going back to town anyway. It's about 3 AM in game, so it won't be too long until it's daylight, but I am starting in the dark, unfortunately. So there's the Don 71 that we need to rescue, and just coming into the lights. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 now. Oh, I just rolled over the Don. There's the Yar with the exploration trailer, which is going to push on eastwards to scan the corner of the map that isn't covered by watchtowers. Not sure if there's much there, but it's worth a scan. I paid for the scanning trailer, I may as well use it. But first of all, I just want to, because it's a road that I know, I'm in the dark, I'm just going to do this Tatterin task. Just pull that in a bit closer. Whereas the Yar has to push on and explore terrain I've never been to, so therefore I'll wait until there's a little bit of daylight for that. That's my logic, such as it is. Yeah, it doesn't feel like these are icy rocks either, so this is a pretty safe little road around these rocks. Obviously somebody's been through with some blasting charges to make that road from what would have been the original shape of the rocks. Nice of them. I'm not in a rush to drag that cat back to the garage yet, because I haven't got the fuel to refill it anyway, just yet. Although I'm assuming that any fuel I put in it, because the reward is a cat, if I fill up with fuel, I'm assuming that I fill up the cat that I end up keeping. So therefore, chucking fuel in it's probably a low risk thing to do. It's not like I'm going to just lose it, I don't think. Follow on this road. Check if Don is still behind me, because with the attachment you can never really tell, because it's just not going to be affected by something that light on a tow rope. I may as well deliver this all the way. Repaired this bridge in the last episode using the Grad, which we're just passing on the left there. Parked up until I work out what its next task is. Starting to come into a bit of early daylight as well now. Right, petrol. Here's your truck, mate. Don't drive it in such silly places in future. Although $3,600 reward for it. It's not bad. If he wants to drive it in silly places, I'll get it out for him again. If he's paying that kind of money just for a little recovery like that, not bad. Right, okay, so what next? I think it would be worth me pushing on with the Yar, because it opens up some of the map. I do expect in this episode to also push on south and try and get to this watchtower. But I think for now, because it's positioned there, I should head a bit further over with the Yar and see what I can find. So Yar, it just mixes it up as well, rather than just doing Tatterin for an hour. It's nice to switch things around a little bit. Coming into daylight, but I'll stick the lights on anyway. This is a brick-based building that I can deconstruct if I choose to. I thought there was a road past it. Marked it out somewhere. Yeah, out the back. So probably want to head that way. What? It's funny, there's a mix of steel structures, brick houses and timber houses. And if they just put the three together, they'd probably end up with a finished nice house. My lights disappeared because I drove them into a puddle. That's funny. I say puddle, I mean sump hole really. Let's get in the cab for a minute, see what the cab view is like. Now I want better visibility. So I think this is a logging camp I'm heading to, and as usual logging camps have terrible roads going in and out. Yeah, logging camp, 2 loading zones. So just out of interest, this gives me medium logs and medium logs only, but an unlimited supply. Calm down, exploration trailer, your turn will come. Is this going to be another planks loading zone? I don't see a sawmill building here for them to turn these logs into planks, so a bit strange if it is, but... Cargo, wooden planks, 4 cargo left, so that's a limited supply cargo area. Fine. And then, really, I want to try and cross this river. It's one of the reasons I wanted to push on here. Probably not too bad a spot to do a scan. I did want to try and get in a bit further to the corner, but nah, I want to see if I can cross the river. Wouldn't mind doing a scan about there if I could, because I think that would give me a nice little coverage of the corner. But I don't know what the river crossing options are like on this section. I think this is a trail. Yeah, there is. So the question is any of that affordable? Kind of looks like straight across should be fordable, but it might have to be big trucks that do it. It's quite a fast flowing river, and I can imagine this scout getting washed downstream if I try that. Try and see on the map if there's anything that's fordable. Oh, there's a rickety bridge further down that I can see. So if I can get to there, maybe I can cross with that. Just a little bit of safety to stop me tipping. Pretty capable at this type of terrain though, this vehicle. Considering it's got this big trailer on. Relatively big trailer. Is this an area to scan? No, I want to be a bit further south. I still think they're there. Not a bad spot. That's more or less where I want to scan. This bridge is pretty remote though, tucked away right in the corner. Right, yeah. Interesting spot. That's a screenshot if ever I saw one. Nice. Nice job, Yar. Nice job, devs. I'm really liking this terrain. It's again different. Just I suppose the color palette, the amount of rocks. Some of the challenge is just, it just feels different. The lighting is quite crisp and clear. I know there's a bit of haze into the distance there, but it just feels like a crisp, clear day. What's this trail? Engine off. Let's have a quick look at the map. I'm probably not far off low. Yeah, I'm getting low on fuel in the main tank, but I've got some in the trailer and some in the roof, so I'm not too worried about fuel just yet. There's a trail here that goes. Oh, there's a vehicle there of some sort. I can see. Can't see what it is, but there's something up there that I can see. And I think that's the trail to go up and get into here anyway, by the looks of it. Yeah. Gonna run up and see what that vehicle is because, well, I'll get into the spot that I wanted to do a scan first. I'll do a scan. That might give me an indication of what that vehicle is. But I'm going to go up there and have a look at it. That looks like a route that the Yar could manage. So this looks like a task. And there's a scout trailer there with what looks like fuel barrels on it. Maybe oil barrels, but it looks like fuel. Engine off. Let's see what this task is. Don't do a barrel roll. I promised to deliver this trailer with barrels to a friend of mine who lives uphill, but I have no vehicle for that. Can you help? $8,500. Nice. Yes, I can help, mate. Where exactly are you going to go, though? It's uphill, it says. No, it's not too... Yeah, so that's not too far away from here. And the route that you would take you past this vehicle that I think I can see. I think this is the route. The only question is whether it's too snowy. It's in the direction of the watchtower. The problem is I would like to take my exploration trailer as well. Can't have it all though, can you? Right, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. Engine on. I'm going to activate the radar. I'm going to do a scan right here. Let's see if it shows me anything else. Towage at height discovered. Engine off. Couldn't turn the engine off until the radar had finished its animation. And then map, towage at height. What's the betting that that is going to be to recover this vehicle? Oh no, there's another vehicle. There's vehicles everywhere on this map. There's another one up there at that towage at height place. So slightly torn. Do I head up and do that delivery, or try to head up and do that delivery, and then come back for my exploration trailer, or should I try and tow both? I've got to do something with fuel, so I'm gonna take some fuel. I'm kind of haven't found a single scout fuel trailer yet. I was hoping that I would find something, even if it was mission related, and I had to give it back with 10% full. But I haven't found any fuel on this map at all so far. Refuel. I'm going to take it from the exploration unit for now. Exploration unit now empty. And then I think I really want to try and take both. I know that's a pain. I'm probably going to fail. But otherwise I'll just end up, if I come back, I'll be following the river down rather than going over the top of the mountain. Maybe that's not a bad thing, because I'm going into an area where the watchtower is, which gives me quite a big coverage. Alright, okay. Engine's burning fuel. The trailer is now fuel empty. I'm gonna and this is another reason for trying to do this sort of thing. I didn't know this mission was here. I couldn't have done this if I come with a Tatterin, because I can't connect. I'd have to drag this trailer on a rope. Whereas now I can try and connect properly to it. And then engine off. The route I'm going to try, because it is quite a steep ascent, is up here, across this, whatever this is, up here, and into the delivery. And that looks like there's, I'm just going to pan the map around a little bit. That looks like there's a whole sort of plateau section of the map that's up on a higher incline than where we started. And I'll try and push on for the watchtower, because I'm heading in the right direction to do that, I think. But without the trailer, and then I'll have to come back with that scout trailer. Yeah. I'm a little bit torn. I just think I'll struggle too much if I try to drag that exploration trailer as well. And the obvious thing that I should try and do, because I really suffered for not having this in Polar Peninsula, is get into a Muir and try and get the active suspension for my big Azov 73210. That's the obvious thing from a capability perspective that would help my playthrough. And the reason I haven't done that before is that it feels like a Muir would be quite a few episodes of expedition, and it feels like it would be more than a special expedition. By the time you unlock Cosmodrome and then get to where the upgrades are, and by then you might have found the Zix because you're probably driving past it to get to the upgrade. So it kind of feels like it's a bit more than would be sensible. This needs change, doesn't it? To try and do, because it wouldn't be it's not so much a special, it's a short series. I'm going to see if I can get onto the snow on the left there and see if that gives me any purchase, because this is icy, so these tyres are not gripping me at all. I just need to try and move forward enough. So anyway, what I was contemplating is whether or not to think about doing a Muir as a live stream. I've never done a live stream, and it is a natural thing for me to learn in my kind of quest to play this game and engage with you guys and learn about making and editing videos, while learning how to make a live stream. I've never done it. I don't even know how to activate live stream mode in YouTube and OBS software. So there's a thing there where it would be useful for me to learn. And then what it would mean is that if I did that, the Amura content, there'd be an option to be part of the stream and interact with me while I'm doing that content and get live tips and advice. This isn't working. This is not working. I need chains on for this ascent. So I'd need a scout that's got chains and can attach trailers. Very, very interesting. I don't think I'm going to get up there at the moment. I'm just wasting fuel. So yeah, I don't know if you guys have got any thoughts on that. Maybe, because then if somebody doesn't want to interact with a live stream, then there will also be an option to, I can just leave that stream on the channel as an on-demand, and obviously it wouldn't be edited. It would just be as it was recorded with whatever interactions there are with the audience at the time. And it might be just me on my own and nobody even bothers to watch it live. But as a different way of doing, opening up a mirror, maybe an option. Because I really want that. I want the active suspension more than I want the ZIC 605, to be honest. I want the 73210 active suspension. Right, there's no point me struggling with a trailer on, because I know that this trailer has to go up that hill. But I'm not going to be doing it in this truck. Or at least not this truck with these tyres. If I got back to the garage, I do have chains owned for this truck. Just going to clear that track. Yeah. But I'm not going up there with this truck. Yeah, just some thoughts about maybe doing a live stream. And I suppose the only thing that makes me a bit nervous about doing a live stream is if live streams were popular, then how do I fit them into my schedule? Because I wouldn't want to mess with the main series. I still want to do the main episodes as Let's Plays rather than live stream. So yeah, just something to think about. Because it wouldn't be a bad idea as well, especially if it was a live stream, to also do it as a collaboration. So there's another channel recently started a hard mode playthrough of this game. I'll do a link in the description to their channel. They've put a few comments on my videos, and yeah, it seems like I've watched the first few episodes of his series, because it's nice to watch somebody else's approach to do some of the things that I've struggled with. So I'll be watching along with that series. But in one of the videos, he mentions like maybe doing co-op for login, because you both earn the reward money, and obviously more drivers equals less trips and potentially more money. So yeah, maybe live streams could be a co-op thing for certain types of contract. And if you're looking for more SnowRunner hard mode content, from the first few episodes, looks like it's shaping up to be an interesting series. I'm going to be watching along anyway, so I will do it. Like I said, I'll do a link in the description. So yeah, aborted that idea of trying to get up there. So I'm going to push on down through here. I might get to here and do another scan. I think that's not a bad spot, looking at the coverage of the watchtowers. I don't even know how multiplayer works for this game. Does the visiting person have to use one of my trucks? Or do they join a session with access to their own trucks on my map? I need to test that, really. I have been teasing my wife that I'm going to get her to join the channel. And the basis for that is that she bought herself an Xbox and she's been playing a bit of Farming Simulator. And I've been saying, well, we're going to add Farming Sim as a game to my channel. And I'm not decided. It might be Farm Sim, it might be something else. I still haven't decided what I'm going to add. But I've been teasing her that we're going to add Farming Sim to my channel as a co-op playthrough. And that she can then join the channel. No, I'm not going on. I'm not talking on YouTube. It's been quite the funny tease. But co-op stuff does appeal to me if I find the right setting for it. Right, so I did take some fuel out, didn't I? I need to put some fuel back in. Enough out of the roof rack. Do one, and I've got to leave the engine running because the radar doesn't work without it. Oh, wrong button, wrong 4. That was F4 instead of 4. Right, that didn't identify anything new, but it will have given me better visibility. So engine off, and let's have a look at the map. So cabin zone was already available to me, but I don't know what it is. So that's quite handy that I'm driving past it, because this might be where you pick up the cabin for the crafting contract. It's showing me the house I already knew about because I've got to deliver to it. Interestingly, it does say here that they want the scout flatbed and the fuel, but the fuel could come from anywhere. So I guess they want that specific scout trailer. But maybe I could have dragged it up there empty, but the weight of the fuel was too much to pull without chains. Don't know. From what I can see of this map so far, and the fact that this is all really high, I can't imagine me getting to that watchtower from down here. So I suspect I'll have to do like this side of the map if it's all elevated. There must be a route up because the gateway is somewhere around here. Bit of a bummer really that I can't get to it, but alright, so what I'm going to do now, I'm going to mix it up a little bit, is switch over to the Tatooine and do a bit of Tatooine exploration. 35% fuel in the main tank. I believe it's still got a full roof. Yes, it has. And what we're going to do is we're going to push on to this watchtower, and I don't know what that entails in terms of crossing the river and stuff, so we may come unstuck pretty quickly. But I think I'm going to just follow my nose down this lane and see where it goes. Wood framing there. Yeah. And if I have to backtrack to go over the bridge and drive the long way around, then fine. But I'm just going to head south and see what happens. Coming into the dark again by the look of it, probably. Let's just turn off any tasks that are running. Don't need them for the minute as a distraction. It's certainly faster. I know the yard's got a trailer on, but even so, it's a lot faster scouting in the Tatooine. So there's a bridge here that's not destroyed. That's useful. Thank you for that, Mercy. A trailer. Oh, that's a repair trailer. Oh, no, it's not. Nope. Belay that. I was wrong. It's not repair points. $2,900. Crossing the bridge when I got distracted by a squirrel and drove this trailer in the water. Please help me get it to the farm. You're a better fit for this job. Just haven't read my references. Let's see where it's going to go. In the rough direction that I want to go. Down to a farm. I just don't know if it's a road that I can do in the Tatterin, but let's try it. So I'm going to back her up because for something like a trailer delivery, you don't need it to be attached. You can tow it through the delivery box and it'll count. And the Tatterin is a beast, as we know. It is a beast, but you've still got to line it up. I want to be closer to that tree because I want the line of me pulling it out of the water to not cause it to get stuck underneath the bridge. But it's stuck on the bridge as I feared it would be. Just need to get the right angle on it, really. I've also just noticed at some point I broke a wheel, but luckily I do have a spare wheel. I didn't notice the wheel breaking, but I did notice. So that's me back on 8 wheels. I do think the Tatterin will be able to yoink this out, but I just got to get the right position, and that tree is slap bang in the way, so well played, devs. Because I don't really want to have to bring a crane in. That is what I expected to happen. A little bit quicker and easier than it did, but anyway, we got there. And now we got to see if the route that I'm proposing is good enough. Get it on a tighter line as if it's on a hitch. I want it to behave like it's on a hitch on the tightest line possible. And then I can turn the engine off safely because it's an autonomous winch. Where has it got to be delivered? Yeah, I can't see anything obviously yet. So I may just get it so far, grab the watchtower, and then that'll let me see the road, rather than trying to drive without being able to see anything. Gold Horse Mining. Welcome to Yukon. Pretty cool looking. I think I'm going to come here, so I think what I'll do is I'll drop this trailer at about that 130 meter waypoint and go off and try and get the watchtower. Interesting. That rock to me looks like a road, but there's a risk of this trailer getting stuck on power poles, so I'm just going to take the water bit for a minute. So this is a fairly substantial yard. What's this all about? Any quests in there? So that trailer goes on the new type of cat, I suppose. That looks like a gooseneck type add-on. Don't see anything. There's a broken bridge there. Don't see any tasks or anything in there, so... I am going to keep dragging this trailer a little bit until there's a obvious place where my path will deviate for me to go on to the watchtower. But at the minute, I think I'm headed in the same direction as the farm and watchtower together. Because I've got to find a way across this bit of water. The watchtower is off and up to my right somewhere. Right, so, broken bridge. This may be the end of the road for me dragging the trailer, at least. Western Bridge. So we did the Northern Bridge, now we've got the Western Bridge. One of the critically important bridges on the way to the railway station was washed away in a flood. Will you help restore it? $5,200. I'm your man. Map. So this requires 2 more metal beams and I am entirely in the wrong spot to get over to that watchtower. So 2 more metal beams delivered here. Yeah, and I can't see a way over that river for the Tatterin. Not the world's best wader. So abandon. And then I'm going to leave the trailer where it is, because I'll be able to get it quite easily once I come down to fix those 2 metal beams. That's 4 slots of cargo. Now I'm going to come this way and see if there's a way across here. I really want that watchtower because it opens up so much. I wish I'd gone the other way, but obviously it's too late. I can backtrack, but fuel is an issue. Fuel's not just becoming an issue. Fuel is an issue. Refuel. So that's my roof rack, now empty. So the only fuel I've got is in this Tatterin main tank, which is about half a tank. And I don't know, because I haven't got the watchtowers, whether this is a path that the Tatterin will be able to get over, or whether it requires wading. I can see on the map lots of water. I just don't know if it's a route that's also got enough land to wade through. But that's quite shallow, isn't it? Oh, that might get me past the bridge. Oh, I'm glad I spotted that. Dangerous water level. I know. I'm aware. I'm sorry. I apologise. But that does get me past that bridge. Right, that changes things a little bit. Doesn't necessarily help me get to that watchtower, but it changes things a little bit. I think... Decisions. The thing is, I know in this corner somewhere there is some fuel. And I'm worried about fuel now. It might be that. Because this is I think this is the gateway. I think this is the gateway to the other map. And I know that at that gateway there is some fuel, but I just don't know whether I can get to it in this vehicle from this side. But I think priority-wise, that's maybe a bit more important at the moment. So I'm gonna backtrack. Unless I go south around. No. That's the thing. From the map, I wouldn't have noticed that this bit of shallow gravel that I've just driven over is passable. Let's see if it goes any further that way. Because I want to be going in that direction, really. That gets out into too deep for me. Whereas here, it's just about okay. So I don't know if I'm doing the right thing here, but it's how I'm reading the terrain as I am in the vehicle right now. This is what I think it would. Don't get washed down the river. Please don't get washed down the river. Bit of a moment then. Doesn't help that I'm doing this in the dark. I guess these are redwoods. Looking at the colour of the trunks. Different type of trees to anything we've seen before, I think. And I've got to look, because you're not going to know unless you actually look at it where it's passable or not. So hug that way. I'm just also going to get rid of that task because it's distracting me. This is a funny spirally looking thing. Bit of a if that's a road to go up, that doesn't look like a road. That looks like maybe I would have said something like rice fields. It's the right part of the world for that sort of thing. Not that I know much about farming in Canada. Or maybe it's where they direct water through washes to try and find gold dust in the water. A sort of panning thing. Could that be a thing? So this is bricks. It's another brick place. Again, just checking that this isn't fordable. Can't see it as fordable at the moment. No, that's disappointing. I was hoping I'd be able to get across here. Oh. I'm burning fuel and heading. I'm basically, yes, I'm scouting, but I'm not really doing useful scouting unless I find fuel. And then I think I'm heading into deep forest. Not necessarily anything that's got a path or access to the water that I need. But I'm going to keep looking. So there's a bit of a trail here. I'm just hoping I come across something that looks like it's fordable. Nope. Definitely not. So a glimpse of some rocks, stones here. I don't think it goes off deep enough. Nope. That's very fast flowing water as well. Fast approaching the point that fuel is going to be a problem. Stubbornly pushing on. If I do any co-op, people can bring their own bloody fuel. Right, so this is a trail. Is this... I see stones. I see stones. No. Not really a road though, is it? And absolutely nothing to winch yourself to if you get in trouble. This is a little bit of desperate measures, really. Why am I doing this? I think right there would have been fordable. I'm going to get washed into it, so I'm going to go... I'll take a bit of engine damage here, maybe. Big trucks, this is passable. I'm going to buy myself a welder. I'm going to make up a snorkel for this thing. Engine off. Right, so I'm now on this thing, whatever the hell this thing is. Looks like a series of roads, a snake across the map. But I want to see if that then allows me to get onto the land and over to that fuel. So this is some kind of excavation works, isn't it? I wonder if this is part of the gold mine, that digging out rocks, the panning idea, but on an industrial scale. This is part of where they're getting gold out, isn't it? It's got to be. A couple of points of engine damage, but it gets me moving in the right direction, I hope. I'm gonna see if I can... Looks to me like this building might be the way. Just give me a scout fuel trailer, mate. That's all I want. Just 800 litres would be nice. So this is some kind of a... Oh, so the contest. Yeah, I don't think so. Let's have a look. Didn't expect to do the other one as a contest, but... As a contest, what are you asking for, mate? Short ride. 2 minutes to visit these control points. Interesting. 2 minutes? Having a joke. Nope, not in this vehicle, not today. So that's one that I will come back for. There's too much wading involved in that route from what I can see of it for me to do it in the Tatooine. That might be a Phoenix job. There's another contest. It's going to be long route, isn't it? It'll be short route and long route. It'll be the two contests. Makes sense. Long ride, thought so. Long ride, 3 minutes. You having a laugh, mate? And then the map. Long ride. Okay. Yeah, okay. Again, not this vehicle, not this time. But I'm not that far from this watchtower. The question is whether I can get there from here. Which is basically, can I get to that land from here? And am I going to run out of fuel before I get to fuel? A cross up there, maybe? Just going to have a look here because I can see some rocks in the poking out the surface of the water, which might mean it's fordable. At risk, but fordable. What do we think? At risk of being washed down river if you get it wrong, basically. That's too deep. By the time I get to it, there's a good chance I've already been washed down the river. I'm going to just have a look at what's on the other end of this bit of land. Too deep as well. But tantalizingly, there's a couple of logs there, and if you could get on them with an autonomous winch. Oh, what am I going to do? I'm not anywhere near them at the moment. It's whether I can get forward enough to grab a winch. So I've got a winch on. I'm in dangerous water. I'm taking an engine point, 11 points of damage, 27 points of damage. Ouch. So that hurt a bit, and I haven't got repair points on me. But my engine's still going. I got across. Engine off. There's a watchtower now, right there, and I think there's fuel here. Oh, 42 litres. I need to forget the watchtower and just race to the fuel. If I can make it to the fuel, I'll be doing alright. That's another brick loading zone. I don't even know if this road is open all the way to the fuel, but I've put myself in a position now where if I don't get to the fuel, then I'm down here, so I can see the watchtower. It's a bit of a rock climbing effort to get up to it from this side. Industrial unit with some kind of a big chimney on it. Don't tip it over in this puddle. A bridge that works, so that's a bonus. $400 meters. I'm not looking at my fuel gauge. Don't do that. I'm driving the wrong direction. Pretty sure this road goes to the gateway, and I remember at the gateway seeing what looked like the only fuel. I don't know which way to go. I'm gonna have to engine off. Look at the map. So it's the right route. Something like that. It's a maintenance trailer, if I remember rightly. It's got service points and fuel. I don't know if it's full. I think it's mine rather than the contract one. It's one of the things I spotted in the early stages of looking on MapRunner. So it's a bit of a spoiler for myself, really. But I saw it, and I was looking for fuel and thinking, oh, blimey, there's not a lot of fuel on this map. I just remember seeing one trailer down by this gateway. And now I can see a yellow trailer. Am I going to make it? Yep. Engine off. I made it with 13 litres to go. So refuel, and it is full. Was full. I've just taken about 400 litres out of it. Wow. That was a bit tense for me. And then the challenge is now, do I try and get up to this watchtower from this side and expose a lot of that stuff I was struggling to see? But as I'm here, it'd be rude not to just peek my head into the next map, wouldn't it? I don't even know if this is a map that needs to be unlocked to use the gateway. So I'm just going to have a quick look, and then that will be a wrap, because that's enough of a duration for me to edit down, hopefully. Let's just poke our nose into the next map, because they're just... yeah, okay, it's not locked. Looking at the icon, it's not locked. Here we go into Big Salmon Peak. Nice picture of a Pacific. Interesting. We kept our Pacific. The Pacifics were a Canadian truck, if I remember rightly. Nice bit of guitar there. That looks a bit bigger to me than the other map. Another gateway back, but that is locked. Residential areas. Lots of watchtowers. Interesting. I'm not going to do anything on this map. I'm going to go back into Flooded Foothills. I'm going to carry on around with my scouting of Flooded Foothills before coming to here. But because I was so close to the gateway, I just wanted to have a look in. I think there's a garage on this map as well, so it might even be that if I can find the garage, that I can deploy vehicles directly to this map if they're needed here, rather than driving them across from the other map. So yeah, I am going to leave this episode here. I hope you enjoyed the episode. I hope you're enjoying the start of Yukon. It's all a bit mad scouting, a bit of a mad rush for fuel there at the end. I do not know if there's any fuel on this map at all. I don't remember. I would have looked on MapRunner, but I don't remember. Fuel is going to be a challenge. And I can't see at the moment any way of doing this map without importing fuel from another map. Because I'm not paying $8 a litre here. It's cheaper for me to fly it in from Michigan. Which sounds strange, but it is. So that's going to be the end of this episode. Hope to see you in the next one. In the meantime, thank you very much and goodbye.